Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm 𝐒 from 𝐒's Crafty World, and today I'm back with another bullet journal setup for November. This setup was inspired by some of my favorite things: books, cats, and coffee wrapped up in cozy autumn vibes. My favorite thing about autumn is the atmosphere, the crisp air, the changing leaves. It's just the perfect time to slow down and read a book. So I really wanted this theme to reflect that mood, calm, relaxing, and full of little comforts. This past month, I made a Halloween reading list in my reading journal. The list included many classics such as Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Dracula by Bram Stoker, and a few other newer horror books. So I've been reading non-stop, trying to finish as many of these books as possible. I haven't finished all of them yet. It is still October at the moment, so I might be able to get one more done before November hits. Not that I'll be stopping this list after the month is done. I'll definitely be continuing, and November being the start of our rainy season here in Vietnam, it's going to be the perfect weather for it. So reading way more than I normally do is also the reason why a cozy book theme just felt right for this setup. Starting off with my cover page, I wanted to create a really warm, cozy feel. You know, that perfect fall afternoon where you're curled up with a good book and a hot cup of coffee. So I went with a warm color palette, lots of browns, oranges, and deep greens. I used some mixed media, including a lot of journal ephemera, like journal papers, book pages, stencils, and these beautiful washi tape stickers from the washi tape shop. I'm going to include all of my supplies in the description if you want to see what I used specifically and where it's from. Some of them are also affiliate links, which means that I make a small commission if you use my link. There is also a discount code that you can use to get 10% off. For the heading, I used my alphabet stamps with the Distress ink pad. This is a busy page full of bookish stickers, like the bookshop and the stacks of books. During this time of year, I almost always have a cup of coffee on my desk while I work or play games. So I included a few coffee stickers, and I have this coffee stain stencil from Notebook Therapy that I absolutely love using. To give it that coffee look, I used the Ranger Distress ink pad in the color Gathered Twigs. I would like to introduce the newest member of the family. This is little Jennifer. My husband picked her up outside in the road. We looked around to try and find her mom and maybe any siblings, but nothing. I'm not sure if she wandered away or got lost or was kicked out for being too small, but I did take it to the vet, and the vet said that she's a little underfed and has a little skin issue, but she's doing much better now, and she's fit in with my other cat Loki and my dog Buddy very well. Moving on to the next spread, this is my month at a glance page. I've been including this page for the last few months, and it has proven to be a very handy spread. I'm continuing the same busy theme as on the cover page. I like to include the same kinds of ephemera on each page to make every page seem more coherent. For the doodles, I used my Sakura Micron pen in the size 01. It's a thinner tip, so it's easy to make smaller doodles. For the headings, I'm again using my alphabet stamps with a brown Sakura brush pen. I just use the brush pen to put the ink directly onto the stamp. It's very handy, especially if you want to use different colors that you don't have an ink pad for. I recently got a junk journal box from Paper World that has so many different tags and papers included. This plant collection daily recorder tag was one of them. I really like how much more ephemera I've been accumulating lately. It's been so much fun to go through everything and help it inspire my spreads. My mom has a huge collection of ephemera because she does junk journaling. She always says that it just takes time to create a good collection. On the craft paper tag, I made my media tracker. This is where I write down any posts that I have planned for the month, as well as any ideas that I might have for new videos or content. If you'd like to see more journaling content, go check out my Instagram at 𝐒𝐻𝐻craftyworld or 𝐒𝐻_crafty_world. This next spread is a new one for me. It's kind of like a hobby tracker. Like I mentioned before, I've been reading a lot more, but I also have many more hobbies. And this being a cozy month, I really wanted to motivate myself to do more of my hobbies, or even bring back some old hobbies. It's rainy season, which means we're all going to be spending a lot more time at home, and that's the best time for hobbies. So I've included reading, playing, aka playing PC games, and baking. I haven't done a lot of baking in a while, and with the holiday season around the corner, I thought I'd start trying out a few recipes. I also included a cozy activities tracker. My husband and I often have art nights or game nights with our friends, so it would be nice to make a list of fun indoor activities for us to do. Continuing on to my habit tracker, I again use the same scraps of paper from the previous spreads. I like to keep my habit tracker simple and to the point. It looks about the same every month with a different theme, but if it's not broke. Last month, I did a really elaborate mood tracker with my Beetlejuice sandworm, but for this month, I decided on a simple one-page tracker. This tracker was inspired by a habit tracker that I came across on Pinterest. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly who created it. People tend to repost a lot of content on Pinterest. The circle tracker reminded me of a cup of coffee, so I thought it would go well with the theme, and I'm so happy with how it turned out in the end, especially with the coffee quote in the middle. For moods, I went with 3 simple colors: dark brown for great days, a goldish color for good days, and a black for meh days. Moving on to my weekly spreads for November. The washi tape shop sent me this Books and Cats washi tape roll, which has all of these bookstore fronts stickers in different styles. So I decided to base each weekly page off of a different bookstore and build the theme of the page around the sticker. The weekly layout is quite simple, with the days written wherever there's a spot for them. I think this page is going to look really cool once it's fully filled in. I have a little section for my weekly schedule that I added for me to write down my teaching schedule for the week. I'm not including each weekly setup in this video just because it's already a pretty long video, but I will give you a flip through of all of the complete weeklies in just a minute. Now for my last spread in this setup, I have my finance tracker. I keep this one very simple as well with only the basics. Firstly, I have a space to write down my income. Next is my expenses. And lastly, my savings. Now, let's get into the flip through. I hope this setup gives you some inspiration for your own bullet journal this month. Let me know in the comments if you think November is too late for a cozy autumn theme, or if you too are holding on as long as possible.